What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday, and welcome back to another live with Coach Morgan. I am out in our Port Coquitlam location. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Today is a short, sweet one that came to mind due to a colleague of mine who said this today, and I thought it was just really powerful. The statement, action precedes emotion. And this is something that I wanted to start the week off with. I think can be very powerful us to acknowledge and understand in our minds that the thing that we want to do or the thing we know we should do is often succeeded or accomplished through obviously the actions we take, but driven by the emotions that we have around it. But those emotions usually come after the fact. Those emotions usually are seen after we actually do the thing. You see, when you first are wanting to accomplish something, the emotions are usually pushing us away from doing it for the most part, right? You know, when you know that you need to get up in the morning and go for, get those shoes on, go for that walk, go for that run, or get to the gym, there's a lot of times emotions that kind of will drive us away from it because it's something different. It's something, not that we're wanting to do. Our body and our brain is kind of like, let's stay in bed, let's stay comfortable, let's stay relaxed, let's just kind of be in this state, let's hit that snooze button. And it's not until we actually take that action that the emotion starts to play into it. The emotion starts to fuel it and feed it, right? That action of actually putting on our shoes and taking that step and going out for that run or hitting that workout. Afterwards, you're like, yeah, hell yeah. Right? I can do this again, right? You're motivated, you have that energy, you have that momentum carrying you forward. But initially, a lot of times those emotions can take over. Initially, a lot of times those emotions are wanting to pull us back to that state of homeostasis. And I talk about this a lot of our body is always predicting based on predicting our next step and pushing us towards our next action based on previous predictions, based on previous experiences that we've had in our life. And so it's so imperative for us to simply take an action, no matter the emotion that we have, right? Take an action because that action will lead us to feeling something new. It will lead us to creating a new environment for ourselves, right? The biggest ability for us to change, right, is to change our environment. And that environment is physical environment of our surroundings. It's our physical environment of our body. It's our environment of our mind. It's the environment of our emotions, right? It's those environments that if we can change and take action on those things, then we can start to really see progress forward and start to see growth occur even more. And we start to gain that momentum from those actions and the emotions start to align with it. Right. I had a conversation with a client the other day where it was like, starting her husband actually started to incorporate some of these processes and principles that I talk about. And thanks to her, because she started to, get him to think about it more and start to do it more. And so he went out and was doing an activity and was incorporating these thought processes and these ideas of like action steps and small little action steps to create big change, and had, just a great experience overall. And we were talking about it because it's like you have 100 times that you've done something in the past that has led you to a certain emotion and a certain feeling, right? 100 times in the past, haven't gotten out of bed, you've hit the snooze button, and haven't gotten out of bed to go for that run. It's been, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll start next month. So that one time to do it is going to be tough. It's going to be hard to press against those 100 times that your body's like, we're used to this, we're used to hitting that snooze button. But you need to take that action on that one time, because that one time starts to create a different observation. That one time starts to make your brain go, oh, well, that was actually kind of good. We enjoyed that process, right? We feel better for it. And then you do it again a second time. You take that action a second time. Even though that emotion is still like, I just want to hit the snooze. You take action that second time. And then the third time. And then the fourth. And then the 10th. And then the 20th. And before you know it, you're starting to change that pendulum. Now, The new observation, the new prediction is that you get up and you start doing. The new observation is that every day at noon, you get outside for a daily 10 walk. The new observation is that you have your glass of water with lemon juice and salt in the morning, right? Your new observation is that every night you write down what you're grateful for. And you start to replicate that, and that becomes the new observation, and the emotions become tied in with that and linked in with that. And you start to have these greater emotions, powerful emotions feeding you forward. But it started with one action. It started with that one moment that went against the previous history. It went against the previous experiences. But it was that one moment that triggered the next, and then the next, and then the next. It was that one moment of taking action that got you to take further action and continue to build. So this week, today, what is one thing that you could take action on? What is one thing that you can take action on that maybe you just don't feel that excited to do, but you know you need to do it? And it's just your emotions that are holding you back on it, because past experience has just not been something you've done, but you know you need to do it. So what is that one thing that you can take action on today or this week? And just do that one thing. Be proud of that one thing. It doesn't need to be any bigger than that, any grander than that. Do that one thing. And then next week or next day, do it again. Or do that next thing on that list. Action precedes emotion. Change your state of mind, change your state of self, change your state of environment. Take action to do that. The emotions will start to fuel it. The emotions will start to fuel it even more. Think about that for a second. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's attack the week. Function better.